Good day, guys. I just got a notification on my phone that today is fertilizer day. I feel like it's been going by so fast. I set my calendar up for every 2 weeks to notify me, to remind me to fertilize my garlic and my broccoli with fish fertilizer, and I feel like it's going by really fast, like every week. I did want to show you guys that I did end up planting my spicy peppers and my sweet peppers all in the same tray. This is a 200 count tray, and as you can see, all the different varieties. I shared in yesterday's video when I was telling you about the pepper seeds that I was going to grow that I had a bunch of pepper seeds that I wasn't sure if they were going to germinate, and so I didn't want to waste a bunch of space on them. And so what I did was basically put a tag, which was 20 of them for each one, and put like 3 or 4 seeds in each cell. The cells are really tiny, so if any of them do sprout, I'm going to have to immediately take them out and separate them. But I figured this way I was only wasting 1 tray, and I only actually have 1 heat mat. And to start peppers, you actually need really warm temperatures, like 70 degrees. Right now I just have them sitting here in my room because it is 72 degrees in my house, and I don't have them sitting on a heat mat because I think the ambient temperature inside my room will be fine for now. But once I see any kind of germination, I am gonna go put them inside of my glass room with grow lights, and I am going to be bottom watering them because I do have them sitting in this tray right here, and so I can bottom water them. Right now the soil is pretty damp still. We just use that one that's coming up. I just used these pencils right here to poke the seeds down. My son helped me, and so now we have all of our peppers started. And if you watched yesterday's video, you know that I had Aiden start another tray for me. So I had 2 of those 200 count trays started, and I accidentally used 1. So the other one I'm going to use to start my brassicas. I haven't started them yet, but I am going to. Aiden, what are you doing?
Cleaning.
You cleaned the inside too?
I already cleaned the inside.
Oh. So right now I'm going to go check on everything inside my hoop house. Today was probably about like mid 50s, and I was gone all morning grocery shopping. I got a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and a lot of frozen vegetables and fruit. Ooh. So I think that I'm really happy about the broccoli in here, and I am going to fertilize in here. But I think that I'm gonna go ahead and end up pulling the cabbages. I had pulled 4 already, and I left these 2, but I think that the aphids just got them really bad and caused them not to grow. So I don't think, because they've been this size for a while, they haven't bulbed or anything like that. But now we're starting to get a good bit of sugar snap peas, and I want to come in here and I wanted to taste one. I saw, let me see if I can find one. Yeah. This is my first sugar snap peas. I've been waiting for this. Oh my goodness. It did not disappoint. Oh, I love it. It tastes so delicious. It tastes way better than the store. I've had sugar snap peas from the store and thought that I didn't like them because they did not taste as sweet as getting them straight off of the vine. When you get them straight off the vine, they're so super duper sweet and delicious. I love them homegrown. Every time I've tried to buy them from the store in like the pack, it never tastes the same, and so I never buy them. That's one thing that I never buy from the store unless I'm growing it myself, and so I'm so happy to have some right now. Sugar snap peas are also one of the vegetables that my children will eat off of the vine. This is gonna be my last one. Oh, so good. But it does have all of these flowers that I've been waiting to turn. And I'll leave some in here. as they're growing. For my children, I'll share. They don't know what's in here though. I actually have to get, I'm gonna first check on the garlic and see if I see any change in them. And anyway, I have to go ahead and get the container to put the fertilizer in. It's in here somewhere. I put it. I don't know where I laid it. Oh, it's over there. But I did share how I did trim off the tops of these so that they can focus on making new roots when I transplanted them. Oh, here comes Shadow. Hey, Shadow. Okay. The garden kitty. So some of these places have started to come up, and that's way more than one garlic. That's a place that has a bunch. So I'm gonna have to separate these. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I separated all the places that had, well, all the places that had grown. So there's more. There's like 3 growing here. There's like 2, 3 here. Okay, so I'm still gonna have to come in here and try and separate some new ones that just sprouted. But what I want to see is if the new growth is greening. Well, we shall see. I've never transplanted garlic before. This is a spot that has them close together. I was out here yesterday and added 2 more beds of landscape fabric. And the funny thing is that while I was out here, I realized that some of the pins had came up, and I was wondering if that's because I have like voles or moles like going through and like pushing them up, because I had to, one of them, one side completely came off and I had to go back in. Like, let me show you. Like this spot right here like is up, and I had to go in, well, maybe not that one, but like there was some spots where the landscape staples were up, and I had to go back in and like push them back down. I shared with you guys how I just have like the 5-gallon bucket of fish fertilizer, and so I just come in here and pour some in this measuring cup, and that's how I just eyeball a tablespoon of fertilizer. I basically just do a short water with this, because like right before it's gonna rain. I think it's gonna rain in like, actually it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think, or tonight. Thank you. So that way, if I didn't add enough water, that it will be fine, because the rain's gonna come. Ooh, it's kind of cold. This is fish fertilizer.
Fish fertilizer?
Yeah. I have a little garden helper, so she wanted to help me water. So she's been fertilizing. Nope, just all in this bed.
Okay.
Water the base of the plants.
Okay.
I can't wait to get some broccoli. Good job. Thank you. I haven't been fertilizing this bed right here because with the fish fertilizer because it's only nitrogen, and these are root vegetables that are in here. I think it's kohlrabi and beets, but I have been fertilizing this one because I did plant some potatoes in there, and potatoes are actually, even though they're a root vegetable, they're actually a high nitrogen crop, and I think I'm actually going to get some pretty good potatoes in there before, let's get some pretty good potatoes in there before or when it's time to pull them. And I'll probably do a second planting of potatoes. I'm trying to put some of this. I've just been pouring some fish fertilizer in there by hand and then filling it up with water. Come put it over there. Now you can water this bed.
The bed right here?
Yep, the bed that you're in. And my daughter already had watered before we came in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and water back over it just to make sure that I am getting that fish fertilizer good and into the soil. Now that I've done my weekly or bi-weekly fertilizer, it is almost time for me to go. I was looking down at these peppers. I shared in my video at the end that as I was planting peppers, I realized that I didn't need to plant as many as jalapenos as I thought, because all of these plants, well, most of them, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks about like 7 to 8 jalapeno pepper plants are in here. And so I think that they'll last in order for me to replant them back out in the ground and have them grow as second year jalapenos. But I did go ahead and plant the pumpkin spice one, which is an orange jalapeno, as well as I think I did plant like one early jalapeno plant just in case something happens to these, that I will have some backup jalapenos. And then if all else fails and I have these jalapenos and I don't need any more, I'll probably end up giving the other jalapenos away because I don't need that many jalapeno pepper plants, especially how like prolific these have been. They gave me a lot during the season, and they're still, when I brought them in here, they had a lot of flowers, and you can see, but now we still have some more. Granted, they are smaller than they were the first time I harvested, but I mean, they're still growing. And this one is either a shishito or a peppercini, I'm not really sure, but the rest of them are jalapenos. For the past 2 weeks, my family and I have been going on daily jogs or walks, and I want to say runs, but not really run because I'm not really a runner, but jogs. And so the girls earlier convinced me to go out and do a bicycle ride. And my son, I used my son's bicycle, and he had it on the hardest like pedaling possible, and I was out there like not breathing, like pedaling that bike. But we decided a couple weeks ago, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, that we would do something daily. And so for the end of December, or December, we jogged, well, we ran, walked, and then jogged. And then we started, a few times we took a walk when my husband was off, and then today we did bicycling. And it's been fun keeping active with the children. Obviously, we live on this homestead, and so we are, you know, moving a lot, but you're working out completely different muscles when you're doing this exercise. Oh, I came in here because, okay, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago, I started making my own soap. I do not know how to make soap, but I wanted to learn. And so I started with 2 different recipes. One recipe was a goat milk soap recipe, and then the other one was a just a regular soap recipe. And I did not film it or show it or anything like that because I've never done it before, and I didn't know. I just wanted to be like completely focused because working with fly is like really important, and I didn't want to burn myself trying to like film. But I also got a notification that today you're supposed to like flip them every week, and so I'm going to show you what they look like as I flip them. So I've had them sitting inside this box and I did cut them. The darker one is the one that I used our own goat milk, and it smells really good, and I was really happy about it. I cut it with everything I used was specifically, I'm gonna keep it for making soap right now. And then this was the first one I made. So I made one each day. This was the first one I made, and it was more crumbly when I went to cut it. I don't know how that one's gonna turn out. But then the second day I made this goat milk one, and it did not, like, the top looked all rough. So I'm calling it like rustic goat milk soap. But I'm just gonna go in through here and flip them all. And then I think you're supposed to do it for the whole 4 to 6 weeks. It's only been, I think it's only been 2 weeks since I've done this. Messing with all those soaps smells so good, even though I did not fragrance any of them. I wanted to make sure I got like a good recipe that I liked first before I wasted any like essential oils in them. But just them, like the oils that I used, it already smells really good, even though it's supposed to be unscented. If you are interested, this is the soap book that I got. The 2 recipes that I tried was not from here. I tried 2 recipes off of the internet first, but I do have bookmarked in here a few, I think 6 recipes that I want to try. Another one of them is a goat milk soap, because I have so much goat milk that I freeze dried, and I freeze dried it with the purpose of making goat milk soap. So I think I have like 3 gallon size bags of, I put them in Mylar bags now, but it was 3 gallon size tubs of goat milk soap goat milk that I freeze dried. So I have lots and lots of goat milk that I can rehydrate and turn into soap. I just have to find the right recipe that I want, and so I'm gonna try 6 more recipes, and hopefully one of them is like the perfect recipe, and that will be my soap recipe, and then I guess I can show you guys if you are interested. I actually have to leave now, so that was bright. I have to leave now, so we're parting ways, and I'll have to talk to you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's vlog. Bye guys.